Then we're going to go on to the rest of the ingredients. We're going to use a little bit of parsley, some sweet paprika, a can of tuna in brine, lemon zest, some chives, a little bit of just regular creamy mayonnaise, and grated nutmeg. So I've peeled the potatoes, and I've got 5 medium-sized potatoes, and the weight of those potatoes is just over 900 grams. All I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these potatoes into smaller pieces, like that. All you're going to do is throw them in, a little bit of salt, just top them up with water, bring them to the boil, and let them simmer until they're really nice and soft. Let's pour it all out. Just set this aside for a few moments until you're ready with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, now we're going to do all the chopping side of things. So I want a good handful of parsley, and I want to chop this up nice and fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to take about 1/3 of that parsley. That's going to be for our breadcrumb mix, which I'll show you later, and this chopped parsley here is going to go into the patties itself. I'm going to chop up some chives, just a small bunch of chives, and again you can use as much as you like. Run your knife once through the chives, you don't want to bruise them, just once all the way through. Now the rest of the ingredients we're going to add as we go. Once the potatoes are cooked nice and soft, we're going to mash them up. We're going to add the rest of these ingredients along with our tuna, and then we're going to season, bring it together, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, I've cooked the potatoes until they're nice and soft, and all we need to do now is mash them up. We're just going to mash them through. We're not looking for super fine mashed potato here, but we certainly don't want any lumps through there, and that's why it's important to mash the potato. And it's also equally important to cook the potatoes nice and slow on a simmer until they're beautiful soft. Okay, in with our other ingredients, with the chopped parsley and the chives that we chopped up, salt and pepper, just a little. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of paprika, and then we're going to grate the rest of that lemon zest. Add the tuna, 425 gram can, and then with a spoon just mix to combine. That's the mix there. Put the mixture onto a flat tray, and the reason for this is you want to cool it down so you can mold it into the shapes that you require. This is the patty shape. So we're just going to flatten this out on the tray. Okay, now the mix has been cooling down a little bit, I'm just going to push it to one side. And it's already quite sticky, so here's where you get in with your hands. I have washed my hands very well. If you want to use gloves, that's up to you. I'm going to roll them into a patty shape, or into a ball basically, and then we can reshape them once we've done. Now this recipe makes quite a few, depending on what size you want to make them. I'm just going to cover them with some plastic wrap. And we're just going to pop these in the fridge for about 20 minutes, just so that they're firm enough, and then we can start crumbing them. Now we need to get the breadcrumb mixture ready, because we're going to crumb these before we cook them. On with the lid, and we're just going to pulse this now. And what we're looking for is a fine breadcrumb. Okay, so the breadcrumbs, just put them onto a flat tray. It makes it a lot easier in crumbing them, and you'll see why. So around about 6 slices of bread, all nice and crumbed. Now, remember that little piece of parsley that we had before? That's now going in to our breadcrumb mixture. And salt and pepper. You need to season everything all the way through, and that way you'll end up with a better result. So a little bit of pepper. I like a lot of pepper, you may not. And just season that. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to add a little bit of lemon zest. Around about half a lemon. And that's your breadcrumbs ready. Now we get our egg wash ready, as well as the flour. Okay, we're making the egg wash now so we can crumb the patties once they are ready. So I want to add 4 eggs into the bowl. We're going to add half a cup of milk. And don't forget to season salt and pepper. Give it a good mix. Okay, salmon patties have been in the fridge for about 20 minutes, and now it's time to crumb. All I've got here is 1 cup of plain flour. This is the egg wash that we made earlier and the breadcrumbs that we've prepared. So what I'm going to do is we're going to crumb them now. I've got a wire rack here. Not necessary, you can use a tray if you like, but I don't have any more trays left over, so I'm going to use this piece of greaseproof paper, and that's where we're going to put them on. Okay, so what I do is I just put them in a little bit of flour, right, into the egg wash. Quick turn over. Now, let it drip, otherwise you will end up with a claggy mess. You want as much egg off there as you possibly can. Pack them into a shape onto your tray. Now what we have to do is fry these off on a very, very low, gentle heat, and I'll show you this next. Okay, over a low heat with a little bit of olive oil in there. Just start to cook them nice and gently. You want these on a low heat. Now I'm going to turn them again. You can see that they're a little bit dry on that side. So we need to add just a tad more oil, just a drizzle more. Okay, now it's time to plate up. I've just done a little bit of a garnish just to show you what you can do, but it's entirely up to you. I'm going to add to this, and you can probably use yogurt if you wish. I don't have any yogurt, but I want something that's going to cut through and give it that bit of smoothness. I'm going to use just a dab of sour cream, which I'm a big fan of. I've just shredded cucumber just on the top. Just some sliced capsicum. and through the lettuce leaf I'm just putting some fresh sage leaves and some mint leaves, with just the rest of the garnish through there, which is sliced cucumber. At this stage you could use tomato or whatever you wish on there. A nice wedge of lemon to finish it off. I'm going to hit it with a little drizzle of olive oil. Kind of making my own dressing here on the salad to give it a little bit of kick. And what I want to do now, I'll just turn it around there. I want to hit it with a bit of balsamic vinegar, just a few drizzles of balsamic vinegar onto the salad. On the plate. And there you have it, my tuna patty. You can squeeze a little bit of lemon juice over there and it is absolutely fantastic.